It's coming like a pistol that's aiming at my brain. The way you're shining like a crystal makes me forget the pain. Oh, it's do or die, it's do or die. Oh, a battle cry, a battle cry. Don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, keep going. No limits, no limits. We're taking it all. We're taking it all. No limits, no limits. We're taking it all. We're taking it all. No limits. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Beam Monsters All Out. My name is Alex, joined by my co-host Chris, and as we take a look at this bracket here, Northern Nightmare Abrupt, former World Finals racing champion, taking the #1 qualifier here for the first event of the season. Chris, how do you think this is going to turn out for him? Do you think he's going to win out and just kind of take the title back here in the season, or?
Well, the difference between this season and last season is going to be we have now a new pool of drivers entering this year, so it could go either way for him. But he is top qualifier right now, so we'll have to see when we get into racing itself.
Yeah, coming out from World Finals, off the off season here, we have Austin Spence joining us from the Throttle Out show and Hurricane Force, and many other names that we didn't have in season 1, but now we're renamed as All Out Tour. Now we got 16 drivers. I believe season 1 we only had 8, and we got
All at 8. We got a returning like Guard Blast and Gunslinger this year, getting out of the Gravedigger truck.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he got enough points to stay in that truck, and they kind of kicked him to the side, so he got in that independent truck. We got Mike Bev and Storm Damage. He's taking his ride and putting it to the side, doesn't want to damage any more bodies. Then a newcomer.
We have newcomer David joining us in Jurassic Attack.
He's not very known in the Beam Monsters kind of league area, but I think he's known for more rigs of rods. And Bobcat, who wasn't a part of the whole season last year, but now is a full-time driver for the All Out Tour and Barely Tame.
And next come on with the list is going to be Freddie and Max D, man, bringing the Max D body into the tour this year.
Yeah, finally he's been able to bring out his favorite truck. And then we got Hank in the new chassis, the CRC chassis in Avenger.
Now that could be a wild card. That chassis is brand new. Not many people who have raced it. It does come with a 3-speed gearbox, so we'll see if they can use it to his advantage.
And we have another CRC joining us. It'll be Jedi Presence and Brutus. Now, the thing about those trucks is they are a little bit heavier, but they are able just to flat track it around this course.
Another newcomer coming out, though, here is Justin representing the Megalodon truck this year.
And then Taryn in that brand spanking new Monster Mutt. We'll see what he can do out here. Hasn't competed with us yet, but we'll have to see what he can do. And then taking over from Guard Blast will be Trenton. Very new. Sonar brought him in with him, and then along with that, we have Twisted Addiction, Jacob.
Another new driver onto the scene for us this time, and then coming right after him is actually going to be a returning driver of Hawk, taking up the Dragonoid mantle this year. He's one of the better drivers from last season, so we'll have to see he continues that.
And then the racing champion defending, coming in at the #1 qualifier of Rupton, Northern Nightmare. See what he can do tonight.
And coming hot on his tails is Doc Holliday, representing Gravedigger the Legend this year. Another amazing driver to watch in these shows.
We're gonna have to watch out for him. And then we have the defending points champion, Brandon, otherwise known as Sonar, and Son of a Digger. Now, as we come out here for the first race, we are going to have our national anthem, and then we'll get right into it with the driver start your engine. Famous words. But Gar, before we
Yeah.
start this national anthem, who do you think's going to come out on top?
Man, I think that guard guy definitely could do it, but it's gonna be up there between I think Sonar and a Brute towards the end, definitely. Just basing on history of how we've seen him run before.
Yeah, during season 1, those two were always in the finals. We'll have to see what a group can do tonight. Will the nerves get to him, or will he come out on top? We'll be right back after the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the
Drivers, start your engine!
And as we get underway here in the first race of round 1, the all-out tour has started.
All right, first race here, we do have Hawk versus a Brute. North Nightmare looking like taking an early lead in this race, asserting some dominance early as the defending racing champion running down the straight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hawk was not able to put in a time for qualifying, so we got the fastest qualifier and just in a dominating showing of fashion here. Abreu taking that first round win and going into round 2 of racing. Hawk will have to come back out for Freestyle and see what he can do.
And as you can see, that crab walk going on there coming into round 2 racing. We have Mike and Storm Damage, followed by Trent and Gravedigger.
Yeah, Trenton new here. We know Mike's fast. For sure we know that. We'll have to see what Trenton can do to compete, see if he can keep up, or if he's gonna fall behind. I don't know. And
Now,
now
for a newcomer like Trenton, do you think that's intimidating facing a veteran like Mike and Storm Damage?
yeah, I mean, it might be, but then you're looking at him seeing that he's only the freestyle world champion, so you're like, maybe he's not that fast in racing. But now we got that new start light here for the all-out tour. Drivers kind of got to react instead of listening to go, and you can see Mike just kind of got slapped at the line there. Trenton,
Everyone's still getting used to it.
everyone's got to get used to it eventually here in the first
Almost
event.
knocked out the light right there.
Trenton coming off a little cattywampus on that backside, all getting into the tarmac there. Crab walking it back over, going into the final turn, back around. Mike going in a
Slung it
little
out.
deep. Coming to the line, he's going to do a wheelie across, and oh my gosh. What a race for round 1.
He rolled it there, but I don't think there's any major damage. He'll be moving into round 2. Mike Bev and Storm Damage.
I
Wow,
think
look at that air.
what saved him there was that wheelie, and it carried him over the finish line before Trenton was able to get there. But coming out next, we have David in Jurassic Attack and Jedi Presence in Brutus. Now, that CRC is a little bit slower than the CRDs. We'll have to see if he can manage the speed and keep up.
And for people who don't know, that chassis does weigh more than the CRD chassis that's being
It's a
Jurassic
lot
Attack.
more.
However, on a straightaway line, that CRC can get up to speed real quick.
And also in the turns, they're able to flat track it. So if Jedi can carry the momentum, it's like a diesel. If you can carry that momentum, you can win.
Let's see if he can here going in the out of turn 1. Let's see what happens over the second turn.
Cross the jump first time. Jedi's not that far behind. Only half a truck going to the straightaway for the last time, going towards that final turn.
Looks like a 2 truck length now. David
Looks like Jedi fell behind a little bit with that less. I wouldn't say he has less power. He's just heavier and he can't get that up to speed. But David and Jurassic Attack gonna go on to round 2 of racing. Will he face Gunslinger or will it be Jacob and Twisted Addiction?
Well, we'll have to see what the next race coming out there, but we like that little 2-wheel action we saw right there.
Yeah, almost went up into the crowd there in that VIP booth. Kind of a dangerous area, but you know, the fans pay to get some dirt slung at them, and that's what they get.
Hey man, get what you pay for. Here comes Gunslinger, followed by Twisted Addiction.
Now, something we noticed here, a couple of the drivers when we were interviewing them, they were saying how slow or low that Twisted Addiction is sitting, and I don't see how they can help him. Coming off those jumps, you're just gonna bottom out each time. You're gonna cradle shot almost.
Well, you know what, man? I have to agree with you, but you know, he has it set up the way he likes it for a reason, so maybe he knows something we don't.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to get an interview with him, ask him how he's doing, but he got slept at the line. It looked like Guard was able to get about a truck length on him. Going into the first turn, who's it gonna be coming out? It is gonna be Gunslinger by about a truck.
Heavy air there from Twisted did not help him out. That was that chassis hitting the ground like we were talking about.
And he's plowing into that turn and going into the final turn is Gunslinger. Just easy win. He's going to go into round 2 to face David in Jurassic Attack.
Oh, man, and he is still not finished. Here he comes. He at least finished the race.
He at least got the race done. Not really showing a good presence here for the first show. Brand new tour. You know, you want to make your statement here like, hey, like I haven't been here before, but you know, I can still run with these guys. And unfortunately, you're going out round 1.
And the pyro's kind of high. And here comes Doc Holliday in Grave Digger Legend, followed by Freddie in Max D.
I want to say Doc during season 1 of our original tour, he wasn't the fastest guy, but then going towards that world finals, he got faster and faster. Can't wait to see what he's done over the winter break here and, or summer break, excuse me, and see what he can do on the All Out tour.
Can't sleep on him, man. He's got 2 for each of you, man. I'm telling you.
And it seems like even Doc was able to get Freddie there off the line on that green light. The drivers have to adjust to that light or else they're just going to get slept on.
It looks like he's barely ahead by a whole truck.
Oh, Freddie plowing into that turn. That's not going to help him. Going into the final turn, about 2 truck lengths for Gravedigger the Legend.
Alrighty, looks like it's going to be Doc coming in for an easy round 2 entry.
Doc Holliday going on to round 2, but he either has to face Sonar and Son of a Digger or Hank and Avenger. Now, who would you rather face there? I think I'd have to go with Avenger in that heavier CRC.
I had to agree with you there. I can't lie. That'd be my preferred choice right there.
So if you look there, Freddie just plowing in that turn, he had to brake tap, which really slows down your momentum, and then he just couldn't get that truck turn.
It didn't want to work with him. That turns, it can be bittersweet. That can make a break a race. But here comes defending overall champion Sonar and Son of a Digger, followed by got really fast at the end of last season, Hank in the CRC.
Now, we spoke to Sonar before the tour started, and he really wants to win a world championship. He doesn't want that points champion. He wants to win a world finals championship.
You know, I heard he already gave his address for the trophy out.
Oh, did he? I wouldn't know why he'd do that. But Hank pretty even there off the line going into the first turn. Now, if you notice, also CRC has a little bit tighter turning radius that might help him here. Oh, going up and over the starlight. We just got that.
Yeah, well,
looks like we're gonna have to buy another one. It's still turned on. Maybe we can just flip it up. But going into the final turn, oh, Sonar plowing there. I don't know what happened to Hank.
Might destroy the light. There it goes.
Oh my God. Sonar's lucky he did not break anything there, or else he would have been done. But luckily, nothing seems to be broken. He's going to take it back to the pits. They'll look it over one time, but turn of events, Hank slamming into that light, just up.
That is some mad vertical, man.
He's going to have to come back out here for a freestyle, what that truck is built for, and throw it out.
Hey, man, you got to give the chassis the benefit of the doubt for that flex.
Yeah, he really kind of flexed that truck like a rock crawler. Coming out next, Justin and Megalodon, a fast driver, but hasn't been a part of the B Monsters guys for a little bit now. And we have the co-host for the Throttle Out show, Austin Spence, Hurricane Force, who's going to win.
We have a race of two newcomers here. This could be a chance for either one of them to assert their dominance over each other and show the other drivers what they're made of. Let's see what happens.
And underway down into the first turn, Justin by maybe a tire going around town. Austin driving a little bit wider.
Oh, Justin's keeping that shark in line.
I think Austin clipped that center jump would send him a little bit higher, and just Justin able to pull away in that Megalodon truck, sliding into that final turn. Nicely done to the finish, and it will be Megalodon going on to round 2 racing.
Man, I don't know about you, but if you looked at that last turn he just pulled off there, he kept it nice, tight, and fast.
Kept it nice, tight, right by those crush cars. If you bump them, though, you're done. You're going to go over. But he kept it real close, didn't hit them, powered it to the ground.
He's taking a hood as a trophy.
Coming out next is Bobcat. Now, he was only kind of like a part-time driver fill-in, but he was able to earn himself a full-time ride here for the All Out Tour. And we got Taryn in that new Monster Mutt body.
You know, man, I was wondering what that bone they left on my seat was, but now I found out.
I think you were supposed to toss it out there for him, but he was already out there waiting, so he couldn't even do anything with it.
I know he's out there looking. He's digging his tires in the ground trying to find it.
Both drivers looking for that green light. Who's going to get the launch? Underway, it looks like Taryn with a slight hole shot advantage.
We'll have to see. I don't know. It's pretty tight coming into the first turn.
Taryn looks like he plowed that first turn there and wasn't able to get the truck turn. See if he can make up the ground here.
It looks like Bobcat might have an easy victory if he can just keep a solid, consistent race here.
Yeah, Bobcat was already halfway down the straightaway by Taryn even got to the straightaway, and Bobcat just easy victory. Going on to round 2, going to be facing Justin and Megalodon. Now, round 2 of our first bracket. It'll be Northern Nightmare and Storm Damage. Mike Bev, the freestyle champion. Abrupt, the racing champion. Who's going to come out on top? And then we got David in Jurassic Attack, Guard and Gunslinger. Another great race for round 2. We already have like finals races in round 2.
Well, next up, we have Doc and Gravedigger Legend versus Sonar and Sud. Digger v Digger.
That's going to be Team Gravedigger versus each other. We'll see who comes out on top. But we'll have to see. First, on the left side of the bracket, 2 world champions. The first inductees of world champions, I guess you could say, for this series. We'll see. Will the racing champion come out on top or the freestyle champion?
You know, can the freestyle champion request the racing trophy if he wins?
He might be able to, but both drivers looking for that green light. And Mike getting slept on the line. Oh my gosh.
That was a solid one, like at least a second of sleeping right there.
I want to say that was almost a full truck length before he got, and he's just in a world of pain right now, going up and over the bus.
He's still trying though, and that's why you don't take melatonin before you drive a monster truck.
And Abrupt just going already, probably coming across the finish line. Yep, he's going towards it. That's going to be an easy victory. Mike just all out of sort from the start. I don't know if he wasn't ready or what happened, but
not sure. But you know, at least he came out. He did finish his race. It wasn't a good race at all, but you know, with sportsmanship, he did finish it.
It looks like he clipped the turning car. Like we said, they just mess up your race. Just like that, your race is done.
And next coming out is Gunslinger and Jurassic Attack. One veteran, one newcomer. Who comes out on top?
You know, I gotta say, that Gunslinger with BKTs, beautiful looking truck.
Oh yeah, man, it's a beautiful truck. Set up really well. Also representing that Throttle Out flag. Both trucks actually.
Throttle Out Tour Throttle Out show. Make sure to go check it out. Subscribe to them on YouTube. Watch some of their shows. Come back and watch the rest of this racing bracket. We're going racing. Oh, David with a big wheelie there. Able to put the power down of that dinosaur, but can Guard bring that forward horsepower around with him? Oh,
pretty even. Oh.
Hit the sidewall of the BKTs. Can he gather it back up? He was able to do it. I just don't think he was able to do it fast enough. David with a nice final turn. And unfortunately, Guard is out. Going out in style, but he is out round 2, and David's up and over.
Oh, man, both trucks having a little bit there, but looks like David had no heavy damage. Besides Gunslinger sitting it over that jump.
It looked like he clipped. Yep, he clipped the lip right there, caught the sidewall, and that was it for his race. He's done. He lost too much time. David, you can see he's already putting the power down and going to the straightaway.
And that's going to be a new bead lock room. It's going to be needed.
But coming out next, Doc Holliday, Gravedigger the Legend, Sonar, Son of a Digger, Gravedigger camps here. Now, you don't like to see team battles unless it's in the finals, but they're doing it here, round 2. Who goes on to the semifinals to face either Megalodon or Barely Tame?
Well, let's be honest. It could go either way. I don't think anyone would be too upset, but I wouldn't mind seeing the old school vintage hitting it, getting a victory here.
Yeah, you gotta love the look of that truck. Reminds you of the heyday of Monster Jam.
That it does.
Doc Holliday with looks like a little bit of the advantage going into the first turn. Sonar running a little bit wide.
Doc's got a pretty clear advantage, maybe about half a truck so far.
Maybe a truck almost. Oh, but Sonar had a better second turn there. Going into the final turn for one more time around, coming to the finish line.
Oh,
Doc,
he clipped the car.
that's it. Oh, and that ends his race. You know, coming side. I think they were coming side by side to the finish if he does not clip that car there.
If he did not clip that car, he only lost by maybe a quarter of a truck. I think he actually could have still had a W.
I think almost, you know, racing probably one of the most consistently fast guys here. Sonar looks like he ran a little bit wider than he wanted to, but he was able to carry the momentum to the finish line.
Oh, yeah, because even then, after this jump, like, you can see if he had the momentum, he might have had it. But out comes Justin in the Megalodon, followed by Bobcat.
Yeah, Bobcat's been able to, you know, he's running really smooth in this truck. Last time he was running K-Cruise Thunder 4x4, and I don't think he really cared for that truck. For this one, obviously, he has the chassis tuned the way he likes it, and we see him now in round 2.
Oh, you know, man, you gotta say, man, the gray hairs he's got fits the body style of that truck, so I think it's being driven by the right person.
The good old school body style. Let's see, can the young gun of Justin take on the old school guy? Let's see who wins. Both drivers looking for that green light. A pretty even start from both. I think the whole shot might have went to Justin going into the first turn. First time by.
I don't know. Oh no, that got the clip. Oh, there goes our light again.
He hit that car and our light's gone. Bobcat up and over. And Justin's going to have an easy victory here going into the final turn. Oh, clip the car. You don't want to roll it yet.
The car anyways.
Easy victory for Justin, unfortunately. Oh, there goes our inflatable, but Bobcat also clipped that turning car, which sent him into the center lane, and that just spells the end because you hit the freaking start light there and you're going over.
He landed vertical. You know, luckily he didn't break anything too bad. He'll still be back. Oh, it looks like he did break a tire rod in, but it should be an easy fix.
That's an easy fix. Now coming to the semifinals, it looks like our prediction for Northern Nightmare to win this whole thing might come true. Let's find out and see.
We got 2 more races. Well, 1 more race before after this one to see if we get 2 champions in the first round.
Will we get
finals.
the racing champion and the points champion in the final race? So the very first event. I think we got some great drivers here. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this already. Let's see how this race goes. Drivers looking for the green.
Now, David in Jurassic Attack being a newcomer and getting the semifinals against the racing champion has to be shaking a little bit.
Oh, and I think the nerves got to him. Hitting that crush car, sending it up and over. He's still gonna try to come back. Maybe he can.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, Brute might mess up here in this final turn. Let's see. He's just got to come clean, coming back across the line, and it's gonna be a Brute going to the finals. Now, here's the question. Is he going to face a newcomer, Justin and Megalodon, or is it going to be the point standing champion, Sonar and Son of a Digger? Now,
but here's the other question, though. You got David and Justin both hit semifinals as newcomer. What kind of statement did they just make? Even though he lost, that's still a major statement to make first event.
Yeah, and who knows what would have happened if he didn't roll over. He could have knocked out the defending racing champion. But now coming out next.
Defending champions, here comes the overall champion, Sonar.
Now, does this get into your head? You know how consistent Sonar is. You watched him in season 1. Is this like nervous, or is this kind of like your idol? Like, oh, I gotta beat him now.
Well, you know, Sonar is very much one of those people that he can get into your head without getting into your head. You know, He's consistently raced throughout his entire career of different motorsports, so it could go either way. But
First
looks
time
like Justin's
by.
got
It looks like
Definitely
he's
a
not
lead.
getting into his head. Justin's running a smooth lap. Sonar did a wheelie off the start. Might have hurted him a little bit. He might have had to brake check a little bit. Going into the final turn. Justin, oh no, I think the nerves caught up. And Sonar going on to the finals. We have our champions from season 1 going into the final race of first event here in the All Out Tour at Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Northern Nightmare, Son of a Digger. Finals next.
And you could say either race could have got that turn. Could have went either way if it wasn't for those turn cars. If that one turn didn't go.
Coming out next is Northern Nightmare. He's pulling out from the pits. Sonar just lined up in the lane that he chose because our fastest qualifier gets lane choice, and he's been running in that purple lane over there.
Well, how do you think these drivers feel facing each other again in the first finals of season 2?
You know, they race each other all throughout season 1. They know each other so well. They're both fast. We'll have to see what happens. Looking for the green. I think
there was a red light.
We're gonna have to check with the officials, but I think that was a red light, and I think this race is over as long as Sonar can finish. But Abrupt, with that competitive nature, he's gonna race as hard as he can. And the official call is back. It was a red light, which means your racing winner, as long as he crosses the line here, is Sonar.
Almost didn't cross the line, but here he comes taking the first trophy of the night.
Now,
Sonar and Son of a Digger.
that's got to be eating out of Abrupt now. He knows he would have won that race easily. He had about 2 truck lengths on him, but he red lit, and now I think he's gonna come back for Freestyle and burn that truck to the ground. He's got to be livid in that truck.
You know what? No, but if you don't recall season 1, this is turning out to be a repeat. Sonar won racing and came back to double down in Freestyle. Can he do it twice?
I bet a lot of these, you can look right there. He lurched forward, probably set off the beam, and that was the red light that he got. But taking a look back at these highlights of the first racing event of the All Out Tour, Sonar just taking the win. Is it going to be just like season 1 and he's going to win out again and just kind of get that dominating lead he had? Or are these drivers going to come back in Freestyle? Find out next. Thanks for joining us for racing. We'll see you soon in Freestyle.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris. Welcome to the Freestyle section of our event. And before we continue, I just want everyone to be aware of the new ruling. These drivers have 30 seconds to actually be able to score, so they have to complete at least 30 seconds of their run to score. Coming out first is Hawk and Bagagon.
As Hawk knows, first out, you kind of get those lower scores, so you got to throw down a crazy run to get a score that at least competes for first. But yeah, as you said, that new 30-second rule, these drivers have to be careful, and Hawk going up and over and into the stadium.
And that is going to be a prime example of that 30-second rule.
Our first victim falling to the 30-second rule, which means Hawk will not be receiving any scores. Chris, coming out here first, do you think he really wanted to throw down and he just went a little too crazy? Or I think he might have clipped that jump there.
What happens is he clipped that jump there, he swung that turn a little too hard and got too excited and it just rolled over from there. There's nothing he could do.
Yeah, I think he just got a little hooked and kind of went off. But coming out next is Gravedigger Trenton. Let's see. Gravedigger doesn't typically come out second, but we'll have to see what he can do here.
Well, you know, it's always nice to see. Let's see when Gravedigger comes out for his freestyle. He's going to start very conservatively here.
What can he do to wow this crowd? Now, even I would say coming out second is still difficult. Like, you want to wait till you're about halfway through that pack until you're probably going to be getting more realistic scores, I would say, for your run.
Yeah, definitely. The first few runs can be very, very hard to get cheat because you know it sets the bar for the night, so it's hard to get a high bar there.
And Gravedigger going crazy, going up and over the cars, coming back around, looking. But I think the officials are going to shut him off. Too much damage to the truck, and they're going to shut him down early. Not sure if he was able to reach time. He was a score of a 2.92. Now,
Not a common score for Gravedigger to come out with, but you know what? It's just the start of the season. It's got some shutters, and probably new suspension on there, so we'll see how it goes.
I don't think that run is gonna last long, but coming out next, Jedi Presence with that new CRC chassis and Brutus.
Now this is our first CRC freestyle we get to see, so we can see how this new chassis reacts.
See what he can do, getting some nice air up and over into the center pod there.
Definitely stuffed it down a little bit, but that truck is taking it.
Yeah, these trucks are definitely built a little bit tougher than CRDs. They can take a beating. Let's see what Jedi can do with it. On some nice
good
air.
good air.
Kind of looks a little flustered, almost lost.
Yeah, he's pumping the brakes a little bit more than I would normally see, but we'll have to see what he does for the rest of the run. He's still got about 100 minute 30 left.
I know a lot of these drivers were kind of complaining that the track was just a little too tight and like couldn't get enough of momentum, but we'll have to see if the rest of them can pull something off. Jedi now a minute 20 left. See what he can do.
Well, that's such the interesting thing about this tour, isn't it? All these track layouts are completely different, spacing is different. You gotta adjust to all different levels of driving.
Drivers are gonna have to adapt and pull out some tricks that they never thought they could do, but
Oh,
Jedi
he
getting
began
some
to adapt
nice
right
air.
there.
Just about a minute remaining. I think Jedi's gonna have to turn on the jets and kick this run into the next gear, but going into a donut with 1 minute remaining.
All right, looking for some good air right there, getting a little bit of distance.
Nice air over the center pod. It looks like he's lining up for the backflip. He is, and the pyros
First of the
go
night.
off. Nice backflip. Beautiful landed. Coming back around. It almost just seems like he's a little bit lost, though, I want to say. Like,
Ooh, good air,
Some
though. That's
nice
good
air.
He's making up for it. Let's see. He's looking for his next hit. All right, going for a little more air. All
nice
right.
air. Up and over the center pod.
Almost.
Going-
Oh, God.
Little ballerina twirl. Can he save it? Oh, is it coming back? It comes back over.
It's back. Are they going to shut it off now, though?
He's back. He's refired. There he goes. 10 seconds remaining. Up. Slams the BKTs off.
Break the tire right on.
And that's the end of the run. I would say that was a pretty good run. Like, almost like an average run there until, you know, the last 30 seconds he really turned it up into another gear. But this
Now, that
save...
chassis hit right there. Oof, that hurt somebody, man.
Yeah, I think he got a couple dust particles in his face, but somehow the truck defying gravity and coming back down on all 4 BKTs.
You know, that might just be the weight of that chassis. It is a little more front heavy than the others.
Yeah, and then you I think the rear steer got stuck a little bit, slammed on the sidewalls of it, broke the tires off. A 7.52. Very good run for Jedi Presence, taking that first place away from Gravedigger. Coming out next is Jacob in Twisted Addiction. Nice
Another
air
newcomer on the scene here.
Another newcomer. Not too many of us know of him. Mike Bev brought him along. See what he can do here in his first freestyle run. A great start with that big air. And he comboed up with the rest of the run.
Oh, definitely looks like a little bit less confused than Jedi was so far. Definitely keeping a higher momentum. That also might just be due to the gearing of that old chassis.
Yeah, I think CRC just has a little bit slower momentum. But I mean, he still had a great run. We'll have to see what Jacob can do here, though.
All right, minute 30 to go. And he's looking for an
Oh, hard
Nose in the air,
chassis.
man.
Oh, can he
Ooh.
save it? Sidewalls spinning around, up and all, back on all 4s. Officials are
Stop
gonna.
him.
I think they're gonna take a look over at that truck, make sure he's all right, make sure he's good to go. See what else.
I think they're getting where they're going to call for that chassis hit.
I think they gave him
too hard.
I don't know. I think they gave him a thumbs up. He refired.
Oh,
Must have been not too much damage. Time will start once he hits his next jump, and there it is.
oh boy, we're back. Oh, that was almost an instant.
That
regret.
was I don't even know if you want to call that a backflip, but nicely done into a donut, going up to the van sack.
You know, I guess that's one way to gain your momentum back right away, right? Do something real big right out the gate.
Yeah, but if you do something big, he almost flipped over, and then you screw yourself almost. But
Well, almost is different than did. He hasn't done it yet.
living on the edge right now, Jacob in Twisted Addiction. 45 seconds remaining.
There's definitely something twisted on that chassis by now, I can tell you that.
I think there might be a sway bar tweaked. He keeps getting pulled to the one side of the truck. We'll have to see if he can adapt to it. What
Still
else
going,
can
30
he do?
seconds left.
Another
This is
donut going into some cyclones, getting close to that wall. Oh, just barely touching it. Oh, and I think that's gonna be it. The officials are shutting him off, telling him that's it, you're done. Great run by Jacob in Twisted Addiction.
You can see something that huge air right there. That could have been a really bad hit, but it went really well for him. But this
And
is
here's-
a questionable area.
The chassis hit lands right on the wheelie bar. Then he spins it around on the sidewalls at 7.76.
I think as a newcomer here, that's a pretty good score to
pretty
come out
good
with. Next
statement
up
there.
is Freddie and Max D coming out to show. Let's see what's up.
Now, Freddie was really good in freestyle. I think he wants to kind of boost up his racing stats, but see what he can
He's
do
lining
here.
up for this jump here. He
Turning on the
he started the pyros.
Going off that center jump, some huge air.
Really cooling out the
Biggest
exhaust there for a
air
second.
of the night, even though we're only on truck number 4.
Hey man, this is the all out tour. We gotta go all out.
He went all out with that jump, getting the biggest air off the center jump. Going up and over that pod.
Turning over in the corner, keep momentum going.
It definitely seems like this track is a little congested for some of these drivers. We'll have to see. We're actually, for World Finals, we are coming back to Allegiant Stadium at the end of our tour. We'll have to see what our track developers can come up with for our special event.
Well, you gotta think with this map, that center pod is very massive. It's almost like a massive, it's like a mini Louisiana almost size.
Oh,
and
Freddie
shape.
looking at
So
the
it just-
8-pack. Hits it nice, clean. Oh, hard
Uh-oh.
chassis hit, put in
Uh-oh.
reverse. Can he save it? He does. Somehow not getting shut off for that hard chassis hit.
Oh wait,
I
they're
think-
questioning something here.
I don't know. I think they got to double check, make sure nothing's broken. Time's still running. There he goes. Fired back up.
Then stop time, and they're gonna let him keep going. A little sideways off that jump.
I think a little
wild.
cattywampus. I don't know. I don't think he's running. Oh, he is running sway bars. So, oh, can he save it up on the sidewalls? Going towards that container. Does put it back down on all 4. Freddie's gonna
30
have to.
seconds to go.
Freddie's gonna have to pick up the pace here if he wants to do something.
Oh, and he's over.
What a save by Freddie. In Max D, 20 seconds remaining. What else can he do to take that victory away from Jacob? Oh, getting a little crazy there.
Getting a little scary, but I think he can do it. He's going for that
And-
backflip right now.
Nice backflip, little twist it up. Can he save it?
It rolled onto the hood, and he's done.
And he was too close to that with VIP. You don't want to get too crazy there, but nice run by Freddie. Great first run of the series. See,
Great seeing those pyros go off, and nice to see the truck out.
we'll have to see where this puts him. A 7.84. He does take the lead with that run. Great job by Freddie and Max D. Coming
Alrighty.
out next. Who shall it be?
Don't know. He's a little scared, hiding in the tunnel for a little bit.
It
And
is
it's
Hank in Avenger, rocking 0 points for right now.
And this is the second of the 2 CRC chassis running this season.
Team
We'll see what
Scream
happens this one.
team. Let's see where they can place. Great air off the start. Holy cow. I tell you, those trucks might not be fast, but they do get some nice air.
Man, they got some torque too. They do got torque to them. They got a little more torque than the regular because of the gearing.
Yeah, they just seem to be able to put the power down so much easier than it's like they're planted, like they can just dirt track everything.
Yeah.
Nice air off the
He's gonna
backside of that
spit
center
air.
jump.
Ooh.
Nice slap wheelie coming out of it. Hank coming back around, going for this kind of triple style jump. Getting about
Man,
halfway.
25
I don't
left,
think
going a lot of time.
anyone's gonna clear it, but oh,
Uh-oh,
big air,
this
land
gets
on
squirrely.
sidewalls, still saved it, back on all 4s.
This chassis is
Some
rigid.
more big air, clearing the van stack there. Going back around, he's keeping the momentum up pretty well.
Front tire's trying to lift off into the
Nice
atmosphere
cross
there.
thread. Oh, what a save. He almost drifted off the side of that jump and planted it back down.
Hank is defying gravity with that save right there.
That was an amazing save. I think that beats Jedi save because that was actually Hank saving it, not gravity.
Oh, getting a little squirrely.
Oh, can he save it again? Another save. 3 saves for Hank. 35 seconds remaining. What else can he do? Going for the backflip.
backflip. Oh,
Hitting it.
consecutive.
Oh,
Oh.
and lands on the roof. Unfortunately, ends the run short. We'll have to see how the judges score that, but this save was a beauty. Throttle rhythm was great. He didn't floor it before it got up on all kind of crazy like. He put it back down. 7.62. He will not be taking the lead. Unfortunately, that short run, I think, affects him.
You know, it's interesting. I think if he didn't go for the consecutive, he might have taken almost in the eights final.
Coming out next, Austin in Hurricane Force. Let's see what he can do here.
Now, for people who don't know, Austin also co-hosts the Throttle Out show. If you want to go there, give him some love. Like and subscribe over there. Tell him I sent you.
If you want to check it out on YouTube, it is the Throttle Out show. I don't know if they have anything else. We'll have to just double check that. They might be on Spotify and Apple Music, but as of right now, I know they're on YouTube. But a great start. Nice little two-wheel skill action there. We took that event out because we just kind of considered it was time-consuming and a little slow.
Well, that doesn't stop him from showing those skills still here in freestyle. Like he just did there. I mean, he's still going.
Oh, some
good
nice
air.
Clearing it over up onto the pod, clearing the van.
Oh no.
Can he save it?
gonna whip.
Oh, and he does, but I think he's got some breakage there.
Oh, I think. Oh no. Looks like his tie rod is still good.
I think he's got some rear steer breakage though that might affect him in this run. Oh, hard landing. I think his spine might be a little shifted there.
Well, definitely his body is. We'll have to see what happens. He's still got time. He's got a minute left to go, and he's already put this truck to its limit.
Yeah, he's tearing this truck to the ground, burning it
Looks
into
like
the
that
dirt.
left rear tie rod in his shot.
Yeah, it is not. He is not treating this truck well for the first event newcomer, but he wants to make a statement going into some cyclones. Is he going to go for the 8-pack? He is looking for it. Nicely done. Able to completely land it. Freddie kind of overextended it, but Austin getting it nice.
Good air.
What else can he do? Trying to find the next big thing. Oh, two-wheel skill action again. Oh, but he's... Oh, from here it looks like he went almost out, but nice cross thread. Oh,
Front gave way just there for a second.
oh, I think front and rear steering gone, which means they're gonna shut him off. 10 seconds remaining. Great run by Austin though. Great first appearance here.
Not being completely, that was a great run.
If you think like some of these drivers that haven't competed with us before, they might be a little nervous, and I say if you can fill your time, that's pretty great.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you right now, I don't think Austin was nervous at all. This whole run, he would pedal to the floor, pedal to the metal, and he showed it the entire time.
A score of an 8.06. First 8 of the night. Can someone else knock him off?
Only time will tell as our next competitor gets ready to come out of the tunnel.
We still have some great drivers like Doc Holliday, and now coming out next is Taryn in Monster Mutt. What can he do to take down Austin in Hurricane Force?
Yeah, I knew I was smelling a little bit of dog when I was in that tunnel.
See, what is Taryn gonna do?
Did he ever find his bone? Do you know?
I don't know. Did you get rid of it? Did you toss it out of the booth here? Or?
You know, I think he just got a smell for it because he hit his first jump right there.
Nice move, the tongue moving up and down. You know he's ready to throw down. Aaron wants to get a win here. His first time showing out here in the Beam Monsters League, and see what he can do. Clearing. Oh, but caught the rear tire up and over, and goes
It ends a little too early.
Goes into the stadium. That's going to be some stadium damage taken out of your purse check there.
Well, I don't think he
Unfortunately,
can afford any bones anytime soon.
Caught that rear tire. I don't think he even hit the 30-second mark, so I think that's going to be the end of his run, and it is. No score, but coming out next is Mike Bev in Storm Damage.
Talking about that truck and letting him see what it looks like before he gets ready to tear it to the ground and throw it down.
Yeah, I think like this track has not too many jumps, so these drivers are thinking, what can I do to wow this crowd and get a great score?
Well, like we'll say it's time and time again. It's a curse and a benefit when you come out early because you can do stuff that's not a repeat and everyone has to copy you.
I mean to cut you off. Mike got a little close to that wall, but put it into a moonwalk there. Oh,
Ain't nobody
Back.
copying that.
Back on the rear. Nicely done. I thought he was going to lose it there going back over, but he didn't. But right now he's kind of just destroying that transmission and really slowing down his momentum. But like you said, it's almost like a curse and a blessing at the same time coming out first, because coming out first, you're probably not going to get scored how you should, but you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff that other drivers can't, because you're the first one out. You get to do it first.
You also got to set their pace as well. They don't have to set yours. Well, you know, Mike had a kind of iffy beginning of the run here. He finally got his bearings back to balance the truck back out. And he's going hard as he can right now.
Mike known to throw it down in freestyle, and that's what he's doing here. He started off well, and then he got into that little kind of momentum slow down, but
He's having a problem with
I
the rear there.
think something's broken. The officials have shut him down. Short run to Mike Bev. Very unfortunate, but that's kind of what happens now. If your truck's damaged and you can't really control it, the officials are going to shut you off. Let's see if we can find out where he broke, which it looks like right there he lost a 4-lane.
Yep, they let him go for a little bit, but they eventually did have to stop him.
A 5.74. He won't be taking the lead away. Unfortunate for Mike Bev.
That
Hopefully
was a butter landing right there, though.
he landed it nice and smooth. Hopefully you can come out next week at Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Maybe come out and do a little bit better. But coming out next is Guard Blast in Gunslinger.
Now, this is just a beautiful truck to see on the track. It's nice to be seeing represented this year.
Yeah, Chris, I got to say those BKTs look amazing on Gunslinger.
I'm going to start off with a good
Oh.
sky wheelie.
Landing hard on that tailgate. I think people are going to have to learn how to brake tap and set that jump a little bit better. But here we go, back over the center pod. He's going back over. Some nice little combo action there.
We're getting some good momentum. If I see that right, we're not running front sway bars on this truck. That's the only truck I know this season is doing.
I believe so. Also, this truck's running a weird combination of coils in the front, nitrogens in the back. I'm not sure how much that does for the driver, but hey, I don't question they're the drivers. We're just the commentators up in the booth here.
We'll have to see, but well, so far so good. We're having a lot of momentum. Getting some donuts out early.
Getting into some nice donuts where he's showing off that throttle out flag. He's going for a backflip
early.
Minute 5 remaining. Kind of a little bit early backflip, I want to say, but
tail. Ooh.
kind of little pose for the crowd to get their cameras out quickly.
Barely avoiding tapping the stadium there. Going to keep it going. 50 seconds left. What else can we pull off in this run?
Have to see what can Guard do to take this run. Because you got to think, Austin came out.
Too low almost.
Oh, he lost the tire though. Oh no, 30 seconds remaining. What can he do to at least kind of save this run now?
They're going to let him go.
They're letting him go. I think they let him go until they lose 2, or pretty much you can't control it. But some huge
20
hair
seconds left.
lands on his
crushing
PKT.
his own tire.
Oh, getting a little crazy. Gunslinger
10
looking for
seconds
some
left.
big
He's
air.
still got some.
Or the Van Set kind of slowed it down there, I want to say. Oh, hard hit,
Uh-oh.
but saved it.
Gonna
Time's
rest it.
out. Let's see. Is Guard Blast in Gunslinger able to take the lead with that run? I would say that was a pretty good run.
I'll say that's probably one of the better ones we've seen here for the beginning. I had the beginning with that huge air, always had momentum, and kept the front end of that truck in the sky.
That's what you want to do here. You want to keep your momentum up. You want to make sure you're hitting every jump. You want to make sure you're in the air. There's just so much that's running through your mind, and Guard was able to put it all together for a great run.
And with an 8.28, that should be our new leader right now.
That is our new leaders. Austin Spence bumped down the second. Get out of the seat. Now coming out next, the Doc Holliday in Gravedigger the Legend.
All right, second digger to come out tonight. Hopefully he can do a little bit better than the first, and we'll see what happens on this confined track.
And we still have one more truck to come out from the Gravedigger camp, and that is Sonar in Son of a Digger, but he'll come out last. Doc starting off
Right.
well, going back over the center jump there from the back. It seems like a lot of drivers have been starting with that center jump.
Well, you know, it's a great way to make your presence known, but at the same time, it does get a little repetitive, and it's tiring to see it every time.
Oh, can he save it? Oh, nice save by Doc.
Looks like maybe a little bit of issue in that front steering there. I can't tell.
It does look like he lost a hydro, possibly. With some great air going over that. Yeah, I think that center pod's just a little bit too big. It was great for racing, but...
All right. He's still going. Got the lights on. Good air.
Some great air from Doc Holliday and Gravedigger the Legend. He wants that top spot. He wasn't able to get in season 1, but here he is in the all-out tour, trying to claim his titles.
Now, all the veterans are trying to stay on the top and to make sure the newbies stay with us. You know, stay where they want the newbies at, push them to the bottom, and they're all going for that right now.
And now, when someone wins the event champion, they get a special flag that they get to run next week. So people want that.
What?
But it's almost like a
There's
target on your
special
back.
flag?
Going for a nice backflip, 50 seconds remaining. Oh, careful. Where are you going, Doc? Don't go into that VIP section.
Oh, that might hurt the scoring a little bit. That killed the momentum for a quick second, but the VIPs aren't mad about it.
Going up. Can he clear it? No, catches the backside a little bit. Most drivers have been clearing it, so...
Very close to that wall there. Oh.
Nicely done. Nice little combo action there.
All right, back towards the VIP area.
That view's got to be crazy. Just right there on the ground level where the trucks are at. Oh my God.
Oh, that's arguably one of the bigger air hits of the night.
Yeah, I think that's probably in competition for biggest air of the night. What else can Doc do? 3 seconds remaining. I think he's going to send it into some cyclones. Here we go. Around and around. When's he going to stop? Nobody knows. Great run from Doc Holliday.
Got some huge air. There's another picture of that air, and you can just see it.
Definitely probably some of the biggest air of the night.
Yeah, that's Space Force X right there.
I think he waved to Elon Musk up in space. A 7.6. I feel like he just didn't have kind of like the save aspects that a lot of other drivers had. But Doc's
Maybe that
still...
reversing hit hurt enough.
Doc's still up there though, so...
Well, we still got more competitors to go for the night. Let's see who's coming out next. It's going to be Barely Tame, driven by Bobcat this year.
Bobcat becoming a full-time driver, able to get a ride for this tour. Barely Tame.
Well, you know, coming in last season like he did, about halfway through, filling in for some other drivers. We'll have to see what he can do from start to finish this year as he gets ready to hit his first hit of the night, getting some good air.
That time he's going over the front side of the center jump. Well, and a lot of people have been hitting the... I think the back side gets you a little bit more height, but the front definitely gets you a lot more distance. Bobcat going up and over the mountain.
Oh, putting the front
Nice
of the truck
wheelie.
in the air.
Bobcat kind of looks a little lost here.
Kind of crawling around, kind of putting.
Minute 35 remaining, but getting some nice air still, keeping the momentum up. Oh, we got caught on a car. Hopefully that didn't pop the tire. It looks like it's still going. All 4 BKTs are alive and well.
Oh, it's getting a little squirrely here.
I do believe Bobcat runs a little bit less stiff sway bar setup.
Yeah, he likes his truck to kind of float a little bit on him.
Hitting that racing lane again. I don't know how the judges are going to score that. Hitting a jump a couple times in a row. Throwing it into reverse.
Reversing away from the VIP box, not getting as close as Doc would, but we're going to keep it going. Oh, bounces.
Nice wheelie.
Right up in the air.
Up and over the crush cars. Oh, careful on 2 tires.
You know,
some nice air coming towards the camera. Oh, but he
4-link gone.
4-link bar is broken. Throwing it in reverse. That transmission is raw. I don't think that transmission's very happy right now.
You know what? At least it's not a Chevy. It might not be going, but we're going to keep going with this thing. They're going to let him go.
Forward power. 25 seconds remaining. Go. Can he save it? And it looks like
they're going to shut him off.
Looks like he broke some shocks in the rear and the 4-link bar, and that is the end of his run. I'm not going to say wasn't the best run all night, but he was able to put together a nice run. See what his score is.
I think the track layout was kind of biting him a little bit. I think he had a good idea of what he wanted to do, but just couldn't quite get the pattern together to get it going.
A 6.20. He will not be taking the lead away from guard in Gunslinger with
8.28.
Coming out next is David in Jurassic Attack. One of the newcomers out here. What can he do to wow this crowd and take the lead away? He's got to do something new.
He's got to do something new, and it looks like he's gonna start with some donuts.
That's something new. Everyone started with some big air. David's like, I'm gonna start with a donut. And is he? He's going for a backflip already.
Losing
Lost
the
the horn.
nose.
Consecutive. Can he hit it on the sidewalls? No. Up. Oh, can he save it?
They're gonna shut him off.
And they shut him off. Minute 41 remaining. That means he's not going to be getting a score. And that is not how you want to start your season out.
You know, he came out with some big aspirations. He wanted to do something huge, something no one else has done. He attempted to do it. I give him props for that, but just couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, you wanted to go for that consecutive coming out next. Justin in Megalodon.
Well, you know, coming out after that, hopefully he, we'll see what he can do to kind of get this crowd riled back up here. But we'll have to see what he can pull off for his first hit.
Yeah, you definitely want to see. I think what drivers should do is wait the 30 seconds and then start going crazy. But Justin's starting out with some huge air.
Well, you know, it's all about risk versus reward, and I think everyone wants the reward, and they're okay with the risk.
Sometimes the risk is not worth the reward, though. Nice landing on the front side of that jump. Justin, a newcomer out here.
He's taking the fish out of the fish bowl. He's definitely jumping around.
He's walking the fish across that pod. Oh, drifting around. Is he going to go for that starting lane pod that they made?
Oh,
Nicely
yeah.
done. Some nice air.
I think those shark fins help with aerodynamics at all.
I think they'll keep him up there floating a little bit. Nice wheelie. Walking it down the straightaway of racing.
That might be the best wheel we've seen all night.
It's the longest. Oh,
put the
nice
rear
little
end up.
stoppy. Minute 5 remaining.
It's
Oh.
good air.
Oh.
Stuff the nose.
And his front end's destroyed. That's going to be the end of his run. Oh, man. That was a
Oh, that
hard
could
hit.
have been. That run was shaping up to be one of the runs of the night, and unfortunately stopped too early by just one bad hit.
He's going to take it back to the back, but as you can see, that truck no longer exists. If you guys want to make sure, Justin does also run his own channel. BMX Justin. Head over, check it out. Subscribe, check out some of his videos.
We need
See-
some of that subscription money for
He's gonna need
fixing
some-
that front axle.
He's going to need that YouTube money to fix that axle. But other than that, he had a great run going. The momentum was staying high, and then he just wasn't able to clear it in a 5.07. Clearly not feeling the time's going to reflect his score, but unfortunate for Justin. Coming out next will be Abrupt in Northern Nightmare. You know he has an itch on his spine right now.
Well, you know what? Racing Chief didn't quite come out. He didn't take the racing W tonight. He lost to Sonar again. So we'll have to see. It looks like some out of vengeance.
He lost to Sonar by a red light, and he would have won that racing event for today, but fortunately, just not getting it done. Getting a little
Well,
bit
you know
of
what
jump.
they say? He's like a bull. He sees the red light, he gets upset. So
Let's see what he can do here tonight in this crazy freestyle layout that some people seem to be struggling going up and over. But able to keep it away from that wall, not getting shut off. He seems to be keeping that momentum up, which some people have seemed to be struggling with on this track. Some beautiful air.
he definitely keeps momentum up, but he's more adapting to the situations he keeps getting. Because I don't think the truck's quite going the way he wants it to go, but making it work.
Oh, going towards the Raptors of Rooped in Northern Nightmare.
Oh, going for some good air right here against. Oh, never mind.
Nice
Just
little
nose up a little bit.
Sky wheelie, walking it up and over the bus jump. Nicely done. Minute remaining.
You know, it's
Ooh.
always the little hits that people forget to do. You know, everyone wants to go for the big thing. It's nice little hits that you like to see every now and then, like that.
If you get nice little hits with like a little finesse and some style to it, it never hurts. It's something that
I mean, style points do exist.
is something that the judges have not seen before, and they like it. What is he going for now? A nice little crossover, getting a little
cross.
crazy,
Uh-oh,
up and
uh-oh.
over. And he's shut off, and that is going to be the end of his run. Little over 30 seconds remaining. And that is the end.
We're
I
gonna
don't-
see how the judges fare that. I don't know if it's gonna be a winning freestyle run here, but I do know I got some Northern Nightmare fiberglass for sale after the show.
Head over to bemonsters.com and you may find it over there. A score of a 4.52. I think that's a little low for his run, but ending it right there with that wreck. Coming out next, the racing winner, Sonar and Son of a Digger. Can he double down in the first event just like season 1?
He's probably sitting in that chair. He's stressing there. He's like, can I make it happen? Can I pull it out 2 times in a row? Oh, he tapped the wall there. Almost got shut off early.
Oh, some big air. I don't think anyone started off that bus jump there. But Sonar's also got to think he's got to do stuff that these other 15 drivers have not done yet.
But, this is one of those moments where the risk is worth the reward, because for him, this is a double down possible victory. If he can pull that off, that will shoot him in a good comfy lead for the next little bit of time and get some of the pressure off of him early.
Yeah, you definitely want to build that points advantage before, I would say, the midway, because that's when stuff starts getting tight and close and you just want to your advantage. The Sonar getting some nice air there. Minute 20 remaining. Going for the backflip already. Probably one of the earliest ones besides David.
I
couldn't
thought
go
he
for
was
the
going to go for the
consecutive.
consecutive, but that was probably a smart move there. Put it on his front groove wheels and let it go out.
Looks like his sway bar's got bent outwards. See if that affects his run at all, but it does not seem like it is.
I don't think the truck cares. I don't think he cares. He's going to push the truck as much as he can push it. Alright, okay, it's good air there. Probably
Nice.
putting my nose in the air.
Put the wheelie bar right on that bus. 45
Alright,
seconds remaining. What else can
He
Sonar
has
do?
done a lot for a minute and 15 seconds. There has been a lot in this run. This is a hot contender for #1 spot so far.
So far, I think if he fills the time, I think he's going to take that spot. But he's got to do something else unique. Like that. Some more big air. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this track is so... It seems like a lot of people are just doing some similar stuff, but Sonar's having an amazing run right now.
He's found a route that works, and he's going to keep pushing it and keep going for it. So I don't blame him, man. It looks good, and it's stringing along really well.
10 seconds remaining. What else can Sonar do? He puts it
Uh-oh.
up. Nice wheelie. Oh, can he save it? Nice save. I think that was what his run was
That
missing.
was what we were missing right there. And he's going to stick him in the air and stop right there.
Nicely done by Sonar. What a run. He's going to park it right up on that pod.
Can that take the victory? Can that give him his double down? I think it can.
I think it can too. The one thing his run was missing was a nice save, and there you go. Broke a sway bar in the action.
I think it's worth it.
But really taking a look here, just that huge air was able to get him.
With an
to-
8.60, he will be taking the lead and doubling down yet again.
Sonar taking the lead. We hope you enjoyed tonight's event. Next week, we're going to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania for some straight line action. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe. See you later.
And as always, head over to bemonsters.com for more content.